Hello and welcome back, friends. If you are new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP Paris, the Masters. First round, second day though. So get involved into the comments. Let me see what you got going on for tomorrow. I know it's late. I just got off work. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you like to play along with what I am betting on as well. If you do like the breakdown of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. Thank you for those that do. And if you like to get my picks as soon as I upload, or if you would just like to further grow this channel with me, you can subscribe. It's the soonest and fastest way to do so. We're almost at 700. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Next goal is 800 for me. So if you are feeling generous for any other wins you get on this channel, there's a link in the pinned comment if you would like to donate, as well as a link to my free Discord at the very bottom of the pinned comment. If you'd like to join that as well, we talk more than just tennis, all right? Get yourself involved. That being said, what we looking like for today? Huh? First round, you know it's always iffy. So let's just say that, okay? Pretty standard first round, though, we got this time around. We took Leonard Tien, won in straights against Nuno Borges. That's what I'm talking about. And then we took Arthur Rinderknecht, who was down 3-0 in the first set and won in a tiebreak. And then won in another tiebreak against Fabian Marozsan. Fuck yeah. Looks like the French are here. Only person we lost today was Terence Ottman, but every other Frenchman got through. Got rid of Nakashima. Muller got through Nakashima in the first round, so crazy stuff. But we're going to get into this video. I know it's late, so I'm going to be as fast as I can because I'm tired. But without further ado, our second day, the first half, the first round is going to be Vacherot going against Lehecka. Valentin Vacherot going against Jiří Lehecka. Wow. And this is going to be a first head-to-head. And just so far, Vacherot has not had the strongest hardcore record indoors. He's 6-15, but he doesn't play a lot. If you look at his hardcourt record outdoors, it's a 72% win rate. He's 130-50, bro. Challenger level, but we just saw him win a Masters, so that's no longer a thing. Yeah, he lost to Taylor Fritz, but he took a set off of him. I told you he would do that, by the way. I can see him taking a set off Lehecka as well. Because why shouldn't you? The matchup is very similar. I just think that, honestly, you may have one playing better. And though Vacherot is not French, he's from Monaco. He got French family, bro. You think there's not French people there to see him? Do you think there's not... Arthur Rinderknecht is his cousin. They just were in a final together. Right? Now they're in Paris in another final. You think there's not family pulling up in Paris to come see both of these boys play? I like him for a set, bro. I don't give a fuck. Jiří Lehecka's 5-3 this season. He lost to Botic in his last match in Basel. Lost to Felix Auger-Aliassime, who I really would put Vacherot in that category. Didn't Rinderknecht beat Felix in straights? Yeah. If Rinderknecht can do that, and he lost to his cousin, I think we can get a set from Vacherot. Just deductive reasoning here, right? This guy beat this guy, but this guy didn't beat this guy, so this guy should be able to do something to this guy. Type of shit. It's been working a lot on this channel. I don't know if you guys been noticing, but when I'm like, hey, he hasn't been able to beat him, so I said Taylor Fritz would have to give a setup to Vacherot because Vacherot didn't give a setup to Djokovic. And Fritz hasn't been able to beat Djokovic in the 10 times he's played him. So if you can't beat somebody 10 times, but this guy beat him on the first try, he can at least take a set from you. Is that logic, not logicking? Let me know. And trust me, I understand that it depends by matchup, but some of these things just add up. And with that, I'll move on. And our next match is going to be Ugo. No, this is going to be Tomas Martin Etcheverry going against Camilo Ugo Carabelli. And this is going to be their fucking 14th time playing each other, bro. Since 2018, 7 years of this malarkey. 3 times have been on a hard court. The most recent time was in the U.S. Open where Etcheverry smoked him. And, bro, Etcheverry is nice, bro. Ugo Carabelli is good too, but Etcheverry's a minus 610 favorite. Nah, we're not doing all that, though. They haven't played in like 3 years outside of the matches they've had this year, and Etcheverry didn't even give a setup to this guy. So if you want to take Etcheverry in straights, it's minus 180. I don't know if I don't like taking people's set betting bets if it's not plus money. I'm just a little spoiled when it comes to that, or a little bit of a diva, if you will. But Etcheverry wins in my book. I don't see an upset happening here. They're only 9 ranks apart, so they're not that far apart. Same age, same country. They're both Argentinian, playing in Paris. So, looking at the indoor record for both of them fellas, 7-3 for Etcheverry, 0-2 with a 1-3 career record for Ugo Carabelli. It's a 25% win rate going against somebody with a 61% win rate. I would take the spread here at 3.5. That's like me being really polite. I think the 3.5. If you wanted to go even more polite because it's first round, 2.5 minus 370. Anyway, I'm not going to touch that match because it's just not worth it to me. But Etcheverry wins. I'm going to play him on DraftKings for sure. For sure. And next, we're going to have Talon Griekspoor going against Gabriel Diallo. And it's funny how this tennis thing goes, right? You look at people's like history, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you look at how people have been playing during the year. In Mallorca, Diallo played really fucking well. That was when he played fucking Talon Griekspoor and lost in straight sets, though. Then ended up winning what? Or getting pretty far in Holland. He won a title. Diallo won a title somewhere this year. Where did he win that title in? Den Bosch. Yeah, so he had won the title and then lost to Talon Griekspoor after the fact. Mind you, their head-to-head history is 2-0 Talon Griekspoor. And it's all been this year. And he beat him in Paris already. In the French Open. Oh my god. Is he going to do some more damage to him in the French Masters? I don't know, man. Something that Griekspoor was able to do. He's Canadian. You know, they speak French. Unrelated, obviously, but I don't know. He got a set in France last time he was here. Diallo's a fucking underdog. That's so insane, bro. That's how good Griekspoor's been playing recently. If you don't understand why it's that price, Griekspoor has been playing, even though he hasn't been winning all of the matches. The boy's been playing well. Can't knock it. Got rid of Nakashima in straight sets. Hatching off in 3 in Vienna. Lost his Zverev to a walkover. He was like, fuck it, I know I'm good right now. I'm about to take my ass down to Paris and get ready for this shit. I think he's very prepared. I could be very wrong because Talon Griekspoor will do this to you too. He will Felix you. He will Felix Auger-Aliassime your ass. Then you believe in him just for a little bit, and then you take him, and then he loses for you. And you say, oh, that was expected, though. And you're like, no, but he was playing so well. And then, so I don't fancy it too much. This is when DraftKings Fantasy comes in really handily. You get to play people like this without having to risk too much. So that's what I would do here. I would take Griekspoor to win because something tells me that you shouldn't be taking bets against Diallo for some reason. I don't know. He's that good to me. I think Diallo's fucking good. When he's on a super heater, he's super hard to beat. So, with the 5-4 record this season for Griekspoor, and then 3-3 this season for Diallo, both of these guys have like, ooh, hold up. Griekspoor's got a 55% win rate on the indoor courts. Diallo's got a 65, bro. Mostly from challengers boosting that up, but still. It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing on an indoor hard court. The record is actually his best record out of all records he has on any surface. So Diallo 4 sets minus 250. Griekspoor 3-1. 2-1. It's plus 310. I'm sorry. I'm not touching it. I'm gonna move on. All right, our next match is going to be Felix Auger-Aliassime going against Francisco Comesana. And, dude, I don't know. Something about Comesana, man. I just can't hate this guy. Whenever I watch this guy play, I'm like, you low-key seem like you can beat a lot of people on a hard court, and he's not a hard court player. But when you watch him play, you're like, bruh. Like, I remember when I was watching him in fucking Cincinnati, and I was like, what the fuck? He about to win this match, bruh. And then he would win the match, bruh. Let me see. What was in Cincinnati? Yeah. Beat Munar on a hard court. What? Made Dartery quit. Then beat Opelka in 3 sets. Like, what, bro? And then got to Rublev and was like, okay, yeah. You got me. Like, still didn't really understand that run. That mini run he went on in Cincinnati. But ever since then, I've been like, this guy's good. He's beating people like this, like, who to me are good on hard courts. Not the best, but they're getting better on them. Like Dartery and Munar. Now you see where they're at on a hard court, Munar specifically, and you're like, okay, a final. Anyway, Comesana was in qualies here. He beat Luka Van Osh, which is, to me, impressive. I think he was one of the next gens finalists last year, so he's 7-5, 6-1 to him. Has been playing a lot of David Goffin. Lost to him in Basel in the Q1 round, and then beat him in the first set in qualies here in Paris, 6-1, and Goffin retired. Took a set off Collion in Brussels. Played Goffin again. Jesus Christ. It's like all he's been playing is David Goffin. Got smoked by Musetti, though. But beat Ugo Blanchet. So, going against someone like Felix, I don't know if that really fucking matters. He just won in Brussels. He's in finals mode. He's currently ranked 10. He's got to keep up this 10 so he can fucking go to the finals. So, he's minus 430 to win. What do you want me to say? This is their first head-to-head. I see Felix being maybe a bit tired, honestly. So maybe Comesana might be good for a set. Minus 104. It's a little bit risky, but hey. Why not? It's first round still. But we might have some things on here we see that just make a lot of sense. Like this next match. Our next one we're going to get into is going to be Corentin Moutet going against Riley Opelka. In their fourth head-to-head, they played earlier this year on the clay in France in a challenger. It went to a double tiebreak with Opelka winning. On a hard court in 2021, Opelka won in 3 sets as well. Every time they play, there's a tiebreak. I mean, every time Opelka plays anyone, there's a tiebreak, but he is for shizzle in a tiebreak now. Going against someone like Moutet, who is in a Masters. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yes, we've been seeing some impressive stuff from Opelka a bit. He did get to the quarterfinals, but his stamina, man. I think that was all the stamina he had for the season, for the rest of the season. He played 5 matches in a row. That's a lot of tennis for him, man. Going against Moutet, it's been seeming like, I mean, I'm like, when is this guy going to get tired? That's how I've been feeling about Moutet. I don't want to be one to take him because I'm like, he's been playing so much tennis, bro. Is he going to get tired? He seems like he's fine, but I wouldn't touch this match because I don't know how tired he is. Yeah, he's had some time to rest, but he might be fucking tired, and he's French, bro. He might just be like, hey, bro. Moutet might be like, hey, I'm about to show out here in France because that's what the French player's been doing. Or he's like, I'm home. If I lose, I lose. I can still enjoy the week here and catch up. But, I don't know. Motivation for a character like this guy, like Moutet, you got to look deeper than the stats with this guy, bro. He's too crafty of a player and comes with too much outside of the tennis while on the tennis court that you got to just like be like, where is this guy's mind at? Where is this guy's mind at? He's 20 ranks above Opelka, though. As far as indoor courts go, Moutet right now, I don't know if he is 2-1 Opelka, but I think the places that Moutet's been getting to in draws is a place that I don't even think Opelka has seen too much of. Okay. Den Bosch was the last time he made it to a quarterfinal and a semifinal. So the grass portion of the season in June, where big servers excel. So nice. I mean, not knocking him obviously, but like, if there's one place where he's going to get to a semifinals, it's going to be on the grass. Opelka. Yeah, I think Moutet wins. Like, I don't know why I'm beating around the bush here. I think Moutet wins. I think that he's a minus 225 favorite, so you should think he wins too. But going against lefties, Opelka, he doesn't go against lefties often, but he did just play against Bellucci in qualies and beat him. So that should say something. He's played decently well against lefties. Went to a tiebreak against Leonard Tien. Something I have been noticing, though, is that he's been getting break points. So he couldn't break a lefty when he went against like someone like Ugo. He beat Bellucci, but he couldn't beat Ugo. And Ugo hits hard. Moutet hits with a lot of spin. He doesn't necessarily hit fast and hard at you. He can hit a few nice forehands and stuff, but he gets a lot more slices and spins and stuff. That's his game. So, Opelka has a hard time returning the ball, but maybe not nowadays because he's getting break points. So, I would just be careful with this one. Bet on a tie break if you want to just be sure, but other than that, I'd stay away, homie. It's minus 165 for a tiebreak. I actually do like that price. That's actually a really good price for a tiebreak. That's the play I would go with. And next, we have Denis Shapovalov going against João Fonseca. And boy, oh boy. Happy with João, man. Shout out João. Did a number on us. But what the fuck was that last week, though? Let's not act like we didn't see that. I had people at my job being like, yo, bro, you be doing the tennis thing, right? Why I saw you, what's his, Denise? Why he looked like he was scared against that dude, Fonseca, man. I saw something on Instagram about that. I was like, I was watching the match, and I can't tell you what happened to that man. Can someone tell me what injury Denis Shapovalov underwent? Or was he just like, fuck this, I'm losing? Because, like, when are we going to talk about this as a people that bet? We have respected. We respect this, don't we? People get upset about it, but he knew he couldn't beat him. He can't do it in a Masters, though. So He's not going to have he's not going to have an answer 3 days later. I promise you that. Shapovalov is not going to have an answer for his João Fonseca situation 3 days later. Okay, and not if he's quitting. So I think João is at a great price, -165. He did just win ATP 500, going through Dennis in the process in the quarterfinals. So I like where he's at. Just looking at the hard court records for both of these guys, indoors, 9-2 for Dennis, 6-2 for João, 13-5 for João last season, 16-6. So both of these guys play stupidly well, but it doesn't fucking matter. It's a battle of a forehand, and if I don't specifically like betting on people that have a one-handed backhand, especially if they're right-handed, but Dennis uses the one-handed backhand. He's left-handed. I just something about it. I feel like when I lose bets on them, that's the reason why. And if I win bets on them, I'm just like, they're just nice at playing tennis. It's not because of the fucking, I don't know. For some reason, I just see it that way. I think João wins. He's got a 73% win rate going against Dennis, who's got a 62, and I think this matters here. So, you've seen the highlights of this Fonseca forehand. I don't got to keep talking about it. We can move on. Dennis was too scared of it. He ran. Unless he was like, you know what? I know the draw. I'll be ready for this. In 3 days. I don't see it going down like that, bro. Anyway, we'll move on. Our next match is going to be Jaume Munar going against Daniel Medvedev. They just played, bro. Back in Miami. Y'all remember that? Munar beat his ass in straight sets. 6-2, 6-3 in Miami. Which was a Masters. So. They're 23 ranks apart. Munar is ranked 36 right now, bro. It's incredible. Medvedev is ranked 13. And we saw him lose to Moutet in straight sets. May have been a strategic loss, if anything. Winning in Almaty. His first, mind you, he played him in the final, so. Moutet in the final. So played Moutet in the final, beat him. Saw him like a few days later in Vienna and was like, you know what, fuck this. There's a Masters next week. I should rest up for that. You can have this win here. Then we have Munar, who I said it a few videos ago. I don't know if the guy gets tired. This guy's stamina is unreal. He's the demon with the stamina now. Last year it was like Alex de Minaur, boatloads of stamina around this time of year. This guy's got boatloads of stamina, bro. He don't even look like he sweats. I don't even see sweat when he play, bro. He just be looking stoic as hell, like an anime character. Munar be going crazy, bro. Beating Bertola, Shelton. Felix had to fucking say, oh, hell no, I'm not doing a whole match with this. Nah, you got it, bro. I'll see you in the Masters. And then Fonseca, who actually stuck around to play him, and he just couldn't get past the forehand. It was just too huge. But it went to a tiebreak and then a 7-5 set. So he kept it close. Not a lot of people kept it that close with Fonseca, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. Munar is on a different level right now, bro. He is peaking on this hard court indoors. And I really think he is genuinely good money to take for a set here. He just played Medvedev earlier this year and beat him in straights, bro. Him for a set is -150. I'm about to go crazy. And if he loses, it's like, obviously he lost. Played against Medvedev, who just won a title. Hey, it could be either way. But I see it the Munar way. Looking at the record so far this season. 6-2 for Munar on the indoor courts. 8-3 for Medvedev. So, right behind him. But the record, 67% for Medvedev. 35 for Munar. but made it to a semifinal on indoor courts. So, just mind you, that number really doesn't matter all the time. I like Munar for a set. I'm not going to say it again. And with that being said, we'll go to our next match, which is going to be a sweaty one, friends. We have our boy Big Ben, Shelton, going against Flavio Cobolli. And Flavio Cobolli had to go against Thomas Mahac last round. And guess what, friends? Flavio Cobolli is still here. What does anybody have to say about this? Anybody? Anybody? Well, got through Thomas Mahac in a disgustingly scary fashion. Six one, 6-4. And Ben Shelton can't even get past Munar, who's now his daddy, which is crazy. Didn't think that day would come. But losing to Goffin and losing to Munar screams to me that Cobolli is going to be in a better shape to win this match. And I hate to say that. You know I would hate to say that. But unbiasedly speaking, Cobolli is playing like he's trying to win some shit. And Ben doesn't seem like... Third time's a charm, though. Third time is a charm. Third time's a charm, bro. First Masters didn't do you too well. Trying to get your groove back on the indoor court. Couldn't get it. You said, you know what? I fuck it. Maybe I snap back in this one. I think this goes to a 3-setter. I think it does. I think Ben is at the very least able to get a set. But if he does get the first set, I don't know if Cobolli getting that second set. That's what happened last time they played in Toronto. Remember, it was 6-4, 4-6, 7-6. That was a fucking movie. And the time before that in Acapulco, they went to 7-6, 7-6. It's always close when they play. It's always close when they play this year. And on the indoor court, right, it's 2-2. Cobolli, Shelton. If Shelton wins this time, he becomes Cobolli's daddy. So he just got daddied by somebody. He might be in the mood to daddy somebody else. That could be the energy he's on. He's like, oh, hold up. I just got sunned by somebody. I got sunned somebody else out here. I'm just telling y'all, these are motivations that could exist in these people. I'm not saying that this is what he's thinking, but these could be I would be thinking like this if I was him. Like, fuck that. No, someone else is going to become. I'm going to become someone's daddy this next time I play somebody. Oh, perfect. Cobolli. I already got 2 on him. Barbecue chicken time. That's how I'm thinking if I'm Ben. But Cobolli's like, yo, I just got rid of Thomas Mahac. He wasn't talking about nothing, actually. So, where Ben at? Let me get my get back. So I like it going to a 3-setter. Because Cobolli will come back on your ass. Ben, I'm not too sure. Ben has always won the first set whenever they've played, which is crazy. Cobolli always wins the second set. That's crazy. That is crazy, bro. He damn near always wins the second set, except for when they play each other in Acapulco. Crazy, bro. The safest thing I would say is like the first set over 9.5, but Ben's been getting broken early, so I don't even know if that's the thing. I would take the second set over 9.5, if anything. But I like Cobolli for a set, bro. I like Cobolli for a set. I like leaning on Cobolli in this match because I just can't trust Ben just yet. This may be the place and the time to take Cobolli. I'll be making multiple DraftKings slips tonight, that much I know. But I will get off of this. You guys let me know in the comments who you're going for here. And next we have, this is going to be great, Carlos Alcaraz. Long time no see, brother. This is going to be round 2. So we've gone through everything in round 1, but this will be round 2. obviously, because Carlo gets a bye. He doesn't play first rounds in Masters. But it's 5-2 between Cam Norrie and Alcaraz. Cam Norrie and fucking Alcaraz, bro. They played, earlier this year in the quarterfinals in Wimbledon. Beat him in straight sets. 6-2, 6-3, 6-3. And Cam Norrie was hooping hard on the grass in Wimbledon. He made it to the quarterfinals. So, to lose like that, it's crazy. It just shows you the level of Alcaraz, bro. Alcaraz just came from winning Tokyo. He hasn't done anything but, he hasn't done shit but exhibition matches since then. Bro's just been doing a world tour, going to Riyadh, getting a bag there. Didn't even win the full final, but definitely got a bag, probably $3 million. Did some other shit. Alcaraz out here just living, bro. Living, bro. He's like, number one feels so nice. As it should, bro. Lost to Cam Norrie actually in 2023 back on the clay in Rio, but that was the last time they played before Wimbledon. You're going to have to be Casper Ruud good. And Casper Ruud's been on a level that's so good that I don't know if Cam Norrie's going to... Nah, let's not even play with that. Cam Norrie ain't about to do all that. Jesus. Alcaraz winning in straights is minus 425. That's not even a parlay piece, bro. The spread is at minus 5.5. I think minus 3.5 is minus 500, but minus 4.5 is minus 185. The minus 4.5 makes the most sense. But it's his first game back in a minute playing professionally. Maybe Cam Norrie keeps it a bit close. Maybe take Cam Norrie plus 6.5. I wouldn't do that. But, yeah, there's no value here. I would alt up and go under, maybe under 21.5 games. I think once Alcaraz wins the first set, which he always does, Cam Norrie's just going to throw in the towel. Under 9.5 games in the first set is minus 120. I'd go for the player props, though. Go for the under 12.5 for Alcaraz. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Same with Medvedev, actually, too. Going against Munar, a little over 12.5. But, honestly, I don't know. And last but not least, my eyes... Make sure I'm seeing the right thing. Hold up. What? Yeah. All right. Last but not least, we have Taylor Fritz going against Alexander Vukic. Did we not just see him play someone today? I'm so confused. Vukic just played Atman today. I don't think this is happening. This is a Masters. He's not playing tomorrow. He just played today. Something's up here. But regardless, it's still labeled here. I don't know if that's... Let me look on the books. They'll make sense of this. Well, I'll be damned. They sure enough do play. It might get pushed back to tomorrow. Wait a second. No, this is a second round match. So yeah. I don't know if this happens tomorrow. I doubt it does. It says it is, so I'll cover it. And if it doesn't happen, then you can just go back to this video later. But these two have played each other three times already. Once this year, once last year, once in 2023, the year before that. And it was in a final in Atlanta where Taylor Fritz won in 3 sets. Eastbourne on the grass last year in 2 tie breaks. In a semifinal, Taylor Fritz won. And then this year in D.C., in the second round. 6-3, 6-2. Taylor Fritz won. It's only been a set that Vukic has been able to acquire from Fritz on a hard court. Or at all, for that matter. He did just beat Terrence Ottman, who did beat Taylor Fritz back in Cincinnati. He may have been tired trying to get ready for the U.S. Open. Who knows? This is a Masters, and he's been getting exited out pretty early on. But he's still a world number 4. Fritz is 4-2 on the indoor courts this season. Not too great. Went 6-4 last season, 5-4 season before that. He has like a 57% win rate. Vukic has a 61, going 5-3 this season, 6-2 last season, 1-3. Vukic is so weird to me, man. It's like when you look at his record, you're like, huh? But then you see the people that he plays, and you're like, huh? He lost to Damir Jumhor in qualies first round. He lost to Mikkelsen and Almaty second round. Beat Marco Topo in 3 sets. Took you too long to beat him. Tiebreak with Nuno Borges in the Masters in second round. Lost in Nishioka. Yeah, actually, you're only... But then in Tokyo, though, right? You beat Kovacevic, Sakamoto, the young boy. Jumhor, you beat him then in 3 sets. Altmaier, then you went against Casper Ruud, and he beat your ass. So I'm just like, where does the consistency come at? Start and go, like, with this guy. Don't matter. Taylor Fritz is minus 820 to win anyway, so... Just figured he might get pushed a bit. I would take Taylor Fritz over 12.5. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. It's minus 175. I think he gets pushed in a Masters, and he's been playing a lot of tennis, moving around a lot too. He was in Riyadh and then had to go to Basel. So, going from Saudi Arabia to Switzerland is not a quick flight, and the jet lag is pretty serious. So, that's all we got for today. Sorry the video is coming out so late, guys, but I had to make sure you guys got something. All right, I know it's hopefully going to get uploaded before midnight and played to you guys, but hey, I did what I can. I worked literally all day today, and then I came here and immediately took a shower and made this video. Hope it was enough for everybody. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow. I will have a video going up in the morning for you guys covering the videos for the day after tomorrow. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Peace.